Oasis Audio presents A Heartwarming Romance Collection by Wanda E. Brunstetter. Read for you by Rebecca Gallagher. Talking for Two. Chapter 1.
Miss Johnson, will you make Roscoe talk to us again?
4-year-old Ricky Evans squinted his pale blue eyes and offered up a toothy grin so appealing that Tabitha knew it would be impossible for her to say no. She pulled the floppy-eared dog puppet from its home in the bottom drawer of her desk and quickly inserted her hand. Thankfully, she was wearing blue jeans and not a dress today. She dropped to her knees and hid behind the desk, bringing only the puppet into view. Roscoe let out a couple of loud barks, which brought several more children running to see the program. Then Tabitha launched into her routine.
Did you know I used to belong to a flea circus?
The scruffy-looking puppet asked. The children now sat on the floor, completely mesmerized, waiting for what was to come next.
Really and truly?
A young girl called out. Roscoe's dark head bobbed up and down.
That's right, and before long, I ran away and stole that whole itchy show.
The children giggled, and Roscoe howled in response. Tabitha smiled to herself. She was always glad for the chance to entertain the daycare kids, even if she was doing it behind a desk with a puppet that looked like he'd seen better days. 5 minutes and several jokes later, she ended her routine and sent all the children to their tables for a snack of chocolate chip cookies and milk. "You're really good with that goofy puppet," came a woman's soft voice behind her. Tabitha turned to face her co-worker and best friend, Donna Hartley. "I enjoy making the kids laugh," she said, pushing an irritating strand of hair away from her face. "It makes me feel like I'm doing something meaningful." Always confident, always consoling, Donna offered her a bright smile. "Just helping me run Caring Christian Daycare is meaningful." Tabitha blinked. "You really think so?" Donna pulled out a chair and motioned Tabitha to do the same. "You know what you need, Tabby?" Tabitha took a seat and offered up a faint smile, relishing the warm, familiar way her friend said her nickname. Donna began calling her that when she and her parents moved next door to the Johnsons nearly 23 years ago. That was when Tabitha had been a happy, outgoing child. That was when she'd been an only child. Shortly after she turned 6, her whole life suddenly changed. The birth of blonde-haired, blue-eyed sister Lois had turned talkative, confident Tabby into a timid, stuttering, introverted child. Her father, who'd once doted on her, now had eyes only for the little girl who looked so much like him. Tabby's mother was a meek, subservient woman. Rather than stand up to her controlling husband and his blatant acts of favoritism, she had merely chosen to keep silent while Tabby turned into a near recluse. "Are you listening to me?" Donna asked, jerking Tabby's thoughts back to the present. "Huh? What were you saying?" "Do you know what you need?" Tabby drew in a deep breath and blew it out quickly. "No, but I'm sure you can't wait to tell me." Donna snickered. "Okay, so I'm not able to keep my big mouth shut where you're concerned. Old habits die hard, you know." Tabby tapped her foot impatiently. "So what do I need?" "You need to attend that Christian Workers Conference we heard about a few weeks ago." "You know I don't do well in crowds," Tabby grumbled. "Especially with a bunch of strangers. I stutter whenever I talk to anyone but you or the daycare kids, and—" "But you won't be in a crowd," Donna reminded. "You'll be in a workshop, learning puppetry. You can hide behind a puppet box." Tabby shrugged, letting her gaze travel to the group of happy children sitting at the table across the room. "No promises, but I'll think about it." Seth Byers had never figured out why anyone would want to buy an ugly dummy, but the customer he was waiting on right now wanted exactly that.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?